Let's get this closer. Gonna wait just a couple of minutes for people to jump on. It usually takes a while. For those of you who don't know me, my name is InQ, and I'm a poet, and I am doing a takeover of the Conservation International Instagram live account for a few minutes to do some poems with you guys and connect with you. If you have any questions, you can of course put them down here in the comment section, and I will try to get through them if I can in a easy manner. And first and foremost, happy Earth Day to everyone. I hope that you're celebrating and remaining intentional about what we are all doing individually and collectively to be a part of the ecosystem and to be a part of this planet that we're so lucky to get a chance to share together. And I'm going to do some poetry, but let's just give it one more minute to make sure everybody is settled and connected. And I want to thank Conservation International for having me. I'm a big fan and friend of all the organization has and continues to do for this planet. And so it's a pleasure and an honor to be here today. We have a couple of requests, but I'm just going to jump into some poems. And then, of course, we can take it from there if anybody has any questions or if there are any requests. We are all mirrors, co-designers of this human experience. So this is not my voice that you're hearing, it is ours. I'm here as a reflection to remind you of your inner powers. In my next life, I'll be a sunflower. See, we belong to the world. It's not the other way around. But it's hard to keep your head inside the clouds and your feet on solid ground. The stimulus is infinite, in and out. It's easy to forget what life is all about. What is life all about? If all that counts is the numbers in our bank accounts, happiness cannot be found by having an amount. It's what we do that counts. It's who we are to the people that we care about. It's who we are to the people we don't care about. Because anyone could be someone we could care about. What if humanity had grown up in your parents' house? What if everyone we see is family? Think about how much you love the people that you love and love all people with the same capacity. Compassion is an action. And actually, so is atrophy. It takes as much effort to create as it takes to pass my time passively. Yesterday is the future. Tomorrow is the past. This moment is an instant. It's over in a flash. Our bodies turn to ash, recycled by the dirt. The only thing that really lasts is the energy on earth. Because when you breathe out, the plants breathe in, then the plants breathe out, and the cycle starts again. We're in a human chess match against our evolution. We used to focus on our problems. Now we're open to solutions. Technology could be the catalyst for revolution. Community is as important as an institution. These lines are an illusion. We could be anywhere, and anywhere would still be here. Do you hear? Are you here? The people aren't over there, over where? There is only here. Have I made my message clear? I see myself through my words like I wrote this on a mirror. What we are doing now is the next 100 years. What we are doing now is the next 1,000 years. I dare you to be beautiful, but first be aware. However you perceive is the way that you appear. How can something this big be invisible? I mean, the environment is everywhere, and yet it isn't visible. Maybe if we saw it, we would see it's not invincible and have to take responsibility as individuals. How can something this big be invisible? I mean, if it's all around us, it should show itself on pure principle. The scientists are certain that the damage is residual and climate change data is reaching levels that are critical, yet somehow that's political. We argue over math. Our citizens are too cynical to believe in facts. We make excuses and hold on to the recent past. We don't want to sacrifice, so we refuse to ask. I grew up in a city. It's all I ever knew. So even now, I have nothing to compare it to. I have to hit the park to see more than a tree or two. I have to visit nature like it's in a fucking zoo. But California was wild before the parking lots, before the mass malls, before designer shops, before the strip clubs, before the sea change, when mountain lions roam freely over freeways, before the fast food, before the freeze frames. We live around a bunch of dead things these days. It's not an argument for better or worse. It's an observation on how we've been treating Mother Earth. See, we protect what is ours. My land, my life, my house, my kids, my job, my wife, my dog, my car, my country, my culture. But when it comes to nature, our perspective is external. The planet, the forest, the ocean, the sky, the mountains, the valleys, always the, never mine. If it's not me, never mind. I'm too busy all the time, and without the ownership, we ignore the warning signs. Just look at all the species on the planet that are dying. The coral reefs, the honeybees mysteriously dying. 1/4 of all the mammals that exist are dying. 1/3 of all amphibians are at the risk of dying. We're on a path to mass extinction. It's almost like we're trying because we're relying on an atmosphere that we've been frying. I could use more statistics, but you probably think I'm lying because over half the politicians we elect deny them. Well, since when did their opinions outweigh the science? I thought experiments were fundamentally unbiased. Capitalism uses nature as its example and excuse for competition. The only problem is we've removed it from the ecosystem. Profit and balance in the market are attainable, but growth without a conscience is completely unsustainable. I mean, a lion doesn't kill all the gazelles. Why do we have to have it all to ourselves? Pretty soon, there'll be nothing left but concrete and cars. And when you see an animal, it'll be like seeing a movie star. The planet, the forest, the ocean, the skies, the mountains, the valleys, always the. Never mind if it's not me, never mind. I'm too busy all the time. And without the ownership, we ignore the warning signs. Our planet, our forest, our ocean, our skies, our mountains, our valleys, always we, always mine, my planet, my forest, my ocean, my skies, my mountains, my valleys, always we, always mine, always ours, always yours. One little dot in trillions of stars. One little dot. It's all that we've got. We just forgot that none of it's ours. We just forgot that all of it's ours. One little dot in trillions of stars. So have you ever been excited for now? We're always excited for things that come in the future, but have you ever been excited for now? Well, how about now? If not, just look around. Seriously, everybody look around. Just look around wherever you are. Your feet are on the ground, but you're sitting upside down. The world is really round, and gravity is not the only force that holds us down. See, light is faster than the speed of sound, and outer space doesn't make us sound. Our inner space can be way more profound. I could say more, but how? I'd be better off attempting to express it through a howl. Howl! Everything is beautiful, even when it's ugly. I know that seems unusual to almost everybody. So it's lucky you're not everybody. You're somebody, and the sum of any body in a prehistoric body. So jump without the net, and I promise you'll remember what you came here to forget. Have you ever been excited for now? Well, how about now? Or now? Or now, or even now. If not, just look around. Everyone look around again. Just like touch yourself a little bit. Your life is in HD. You get to be, taste, touch, hear, smell, see. You get to think free. No one controls your mind. You get to know yourself. You know that you can't be confined. You draw outside the lines. The lines were never there. I failed geometry, but I fit a circle in a square. I do not dim my shine. I do not even care. No one controls my mind. I can go anywhere. I can be anything as long as I can pay the price so I don't cut myself and then go blame the knife. I cannot live your life, and yet I'll give you mine. I have an open heart. You're welcome anytime. So how about now? Now or even now? Now can be good too. It all depends on you. Me, I look around. Outside, the sun is shining bright. Somewhere the birds are chirping in surround sound out of sight. The wind is all around. The clouds are rolling by. The trees are swaying and the grass is growing towards the sky. I am excited for now. For now, it's all I see. I am excited for now. I hope you're here with me. The trees we plant now will be our grandchildren's shade. We're leaving them the world we made. So be the change. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. It's always kind of weird when you're doing these things and there's not a live audience because you don't get to see the reaction. But I could see all of the hearts that were down there and some of the comments that were coming through as I was reading my poems, and I really genuinely appreciate it. I just want to say really quick, a big shout out to Conservation International. They're doing important work throughout the world. And this day, more than any other day, should remind us that we need to be conscious of the actions that we're taking individually and collectively for the planet and for humanity every single day of the year. And so I'm trying to think today of how I can get better. And I know that there's a lot of pain and suffering out there with everything that's going on with the virus right now. And so whoever's listening to this, wherever you are, I'm just wishing you a lot of love. I hope that you're kind to yourself and you're kind to others and that you're happy and healthy under these wild circumstances. And what I'll say is, even with all of the pain and suffering, there will be an end to this. And at the end of this, they will come up with a vaccine and this will be over. But for a person to make a systemic change, they usually have to face some sort of a trauma. And the trauma wakes them up out of their normal routine and allows them to see their lives differently. And in that window of time, they have an opportunity to make a real change. And if they do, that change can last for the rest of their lives. And if they don't, they might not get an opportunity like that, in another 10 years. could pass by before they have an opportunity to make another real systemic change. And I think that an individual is like a collective. And so this is our opportunity to make systemic change, because clearly what we've been doing in terms of profiting off of the suffering of people on the planet over and over again is unsustainable, and it's not working. And so I hope we all wake up, because if we don't wake up from what we're going through right now, we'll fall asleep for another 10 to 20 years. And at a certain point, the existential threat of climate change will be something that we'll have to face, because there won't be reversing the melting of the ice caps. And so Conservation International is doing amazing work on that. And if there's any way that anyone out there can support in either donations or actually taking actions or volunteering, I highly recommend it. I love this organization, and I love each and every one of you. And I appreciate you listening to my poetry today. Once again, my name is NQ, and I'm wishing you guys all the love in the world. Okay, peace.